So, should we rush out and sell all our tube amps, like, right now, and go and get modelers? Maybe not.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
So guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, if you're old school, you know what we're about by now. Today, again, super late to the party. I'm a big modeler fan. I've been for a while. Massive endorsee of Laney amplification though, because I love bloody amps as well. So I'm a cheeky bitch. I want me cake and I want to eat it. Modelers are doing loads of great things. Live, they do a thing. In the studio, they do a thing. They eliminate noise, hum. Everything's really easy. I can get to a preset really quickly. I can change presets of cabs and amp models and blah, blah, blah. It's just a smorgasbord of tonal possibility. However, for a couple of years now, there has been products that allow you to put an item between your head and your speaker cabinet and send a IR directly into your front or directly into your computer. So this product sits between your amp and your cab, and it sends an XLR, stereo XLR signal to your door, and you can manipulate all of the goodness that it brings. I'm assuming that's screen recording, because I don't know. I've never screen recorded on a Mac before. It is screen recording. So here we have two notes. So the Captor X has been around now for some time. I have been using a lot of recording stuff. I've been using digital modeling. I've been using amps when I can mic them up. But the issue with mics is that it only takes your dog to wag his tail and knock the and again, this is me and you talking. This is not the guy who's got a £7 million studio or the guy who's got robotic mic remotes. That guy isn't us. We put a mic in front of a cab and we do our best. We need a solution, and this I think is it. So where we place a mic and it kind of sound great, and then all of a sudden it sound a bit dodge, and then we'd try and figure it out, and we'd roll to the back of the studio and we'd put our mic on it, and then we'd roll back to the front of the studio. We'd give it a chug, and then we'd realise that it was a little bit too fizzy, so we'd go back and we'd move the mic, and we'd go back and we'd do all that shit. Those days are long gone, and for a relatively affordable price now, what we can do is you can pick up one of these Captor X's from Two Notes, which comparatively is a lot cheaper than the Aux box, and there's a Roland capture box as well. Basically everyone's doing one. The one I've got, however, is the Two Notes, because I love Wall of Sound. I've been using Wall of Sound on the door for years. This is just an outbox of that software that gives you inbuilt IRs, and it gives you the ability to load your pre-purchased IRs into your box and take them anywhere. So in a studio, it is a godsend. I can move mics around, I can change cabinets, I can play my 100-watt head, which currently is my Marshall JCM 2000. I can play my 100-watt head dimed, whereas normally through a cabinet that'd make me jum go numb. My jum go numb. It'd make my jaw go numb. Freaking hell. I've got a baby, no sleep. Excuse the unpronounceables. To cut the shit, let's have a little listen to what this does. So this is a preset I've designed, which has got a two mics on a rectifier cabinet, a Cali rectifier cabinet. So I think this is a trad cabinet from the 90s. What it's got is V30s in there, and we've got a condenser 87 on mic A, and we've got a dynamic 421 on mic B. So if I scroll over, I have the ability to make it dual mono, I can make it stereo, I can add EQs, I can add enhancers to just take out some of the, add thickness, add resonance. put some body in there, dry it out, wet it up. I can do loads of stuff. I can even add really, really nice sounding reverbs to this unit as well. And then I just scroll back over and I've got my cabinet. So currently this is my preset using my Marshall JTM 2000 dimed with this lovely Ibanez guitar. Monstrous. I couldn't mic up a cab that well, I'm telling you right now. Or it'd take me days of rolling my shit back and forward in the studio to get it nailed down. Because again, I'm not the guy with £1,000 to go and spend on a robotic mic placement unit. Some people are, well done you, not me. I need to just be homegrown. It's a homebrew kit. Now, what we've discovered in the world lately is that it's not the head that makes the biggest difference. A Marshall JCM 2000 can sound remarkably like an MT15 PRS. An MT15 PRS can sound remarkably like a triple rectifier. A triple rectifier can sound remarkably like a 5150. However, a rectifier cabinet sounds completely different than a Marshall cabinet. A Marshall cabinet sounds completely different than an Engel cabinet. The cabinet is the secret sauce, we have discovered. So, this little unit allows you to then just change that sound. So instead of this rectifier, I'm going to now go into my thing and I'm going to change it over to what is it's a Marshall 412 purple slant guitar cabinet, whatever that is. It sounds to me like it was like some type of special Jubilee edition or whatever, purple Tolex. Anyway, the information is there, what's in it. Same microphones, different cab. Rectifier. Marshall. Let's go to the next one along, which is it's a Hughes and Kettner, goddammit. Next one along, it's a Marshall 212. Looks like it's a 412, but looks a bit weird. Next one along. Very, very, again, like top endy, a bit more open than the Recto. What is it from? The Dietzel. as you can hear, absolutely boss. Now, the other thing it's got on is a gate. Now, I'm currently getting some type of weird cycle hum. So if I take that gate off... Well, actually, you just heard tube hiss there. That's not too bad. Bearing in mind, that hiss would be about 50 watts because I've dimed the Marshall. Right, so that's the wild difference you can get from using different cabs. Now, on top of that, also is a nice Randall, the Nuno Betancourt. Fucking Jesus Christ, it sounds so good. There's no way I would have that many cabs in the house. There's no way I could mic them that well. So let's go into the cabs. And this is, I haven't preloaded mine. I've got loads of cabinets, but this is just what you get as stock. So let's look at the 212s. So we could go for an Eddie. I'm assuming this is going to be some type of 5150 kind of vibe. Very top endy. Again, it's a bit weird, but I can go into cabs. I can just grab anything I want. Like, I've got this already just out of the bag. So what is this guy based on? So he is based on, oh, that's the Diesel guy. So let's get rid of him. Move along the bus. What's this guy is based on a VHT. Let's see what this guy sounds like. Very metal. Anyway, you get the jazz. Right, let's go back to my standard cab bit. Let's get back to where it was. Okay, cool. So that's my preset. So let's change some mics up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go across and I'm just going to zero out the right mic. So that is now all left mic. So swipe across again. So this is this guy, and I'm just going to change that to a Nightfall. Change it to a Ribbon 121, the Royer. Change it to the Dynamic 421. These are all mics that I could definitely never afford. 57, typical Shure SM57. The sound we all know and love. Then we've got some bass, Dyna bass stuff. I don't know what they are. I don't know whether they're just specific for bass cab. But anyway, that's the gist of it. So Condenser 87 is where I had it. Bring in that second mic again. So good. So good. Right, let's see what the effects the EQ has on our tone. So standard kind of 5-band EQ. Set for guitar, bass, or custom. We're going to keep it on guitar, obviously, because we're a guitar. Let's just kick that EQ in. Shit the bed. So yeah, there's a lot of bass on tap, extra bass. I do like a bit of bass. Maybe I'll add a bit of 100. Anyway, great, and I can scoop that. Let's have a look at the 360. $800. $2K. So a lot of additional tweaking we can do with that. The exciter, again, it's just like another way of just making the cab feel great. So I've set it up there. I won't go into too much detail. I'll just put the full wet and full dry and see what happens. That's just how the cab sounds. And that is it fully excited. We're going to keep it somewhere in the middle. Body, I'm assuming she's going to add some type of depth. So, man alive, there's so much you can do just within that. Assuming that body is kind of like a bottom end, and then the thickness is like a mid or some type of resonance, and then you've got a presence, which is the brilliance. Let's have a little listen to the reverbs, which are brill. So, we go wet. And then I think we've got room colour echoes. We can knock the size up. Set it to ambience. And the ambience just gives you a lot more out of it, just a bigger sound. So quite a nice sound and reverb there. for free. Just add that on. Thing with that, I suppose, is it's baked in, so you might not want to record with that because it's baked into the thing. And that's the other thing about this in relation that's different to the DAW, is that because you're recording it in the loop, it will be baked in. This cabinet can't be taken off after you've recorded. It's basically like miking up a proper cab. And that's kind of it. I suppose there's a lot more we can do. You know, there's dual mono, there's the stuff that's on the front of the unit, which is like kind of space, is almost like your reverb preset. And then you've got your voicing, which kind of takes you from dark to bright, kind of more English to American. So let's just have a little sway of that. There you go, guys. A very, and all controlled through apps. You can run it on your iPad, you can run it on your iPhone, Android app as well. It's Bluetooth connected, so you just can do it anywhere. So currently my unit is sitting over there, but I'm controlling it with my iPhone, as you can see on the screen. Absolutely brilliant. If you've got amps and you're thinking about selling them for modelers, maybe it's not a modeler that you need. Maybe it's a Captor X is what you need. You just need a way of getting your amps that you know and love into your DAW rather than miking them up all the time. It works great at gigs as well. It's a stereo output, so you can send a stereo feed to the direct of house. Your effects loop of your amp still does what your amp used to do. It just replaces your cabinet, basically, for these quiet stages that we're all being forced into. It's a no-brainer, man, really. If you love your amps and you have amps, and I do love my amps and I have amps, and I never want to get rid of them for modeling. Modeling does a different thing. It fits a different bill. I can now use all of my amps, and it's great. It's just fucking brilliant. Absolutely amazing. So we've got also the ability to attenuate to a cabinet. You don't have to go quiet. So what you can do is you can run into your Captor X, you can run out of your Captor X into any cabinet of your choice, and you then attenuate in levels, so you can have it next to nothing, whisper volume, normal, like kind of a little bit more still, and then no attenuation whatsoever. So it is what the amp is. I tend to run it completely quiet because I don't want any amp noise in the room. I don't want to mic up anything anymore. I'm done with micing stuff up. Live, I might want to run a cabinet, and I might want to just give the front of house a really great IR for the front of house, and then run my speaker on stage. So that's also great as well. You've got the space and the voicing on the front end, and you've also got 6 presets, which are brilliant. You've got a headphone out for silent playing, so you can run any amp, tube amp, into your headphones without blowing up your amp. It's brilliant. The guy will let you know if you're throwing in a hot signal because it lights up red, normally lights up white. And it's great. It runs pretty quietly. It does kick up a fan every now and again, I've noticed. But obviously you won't be hearing that because there's no mics in the room. And that is it, guys. That is the 2-note Captor X. I am absolutely smitten with it. It's not that I'd ever sell my Laneys, but I was contemplating selling the PVs. I was contemplating selling the Marshall, selling the MT-15. I've always had my heart set on an actual Soldano head. That dream's over. And then wanted a Mesa Boogie triple rectifier. That dream's over. So the modelers will do that for me. But the amps I've got, don't want to sell, I want to keep them. But this will allow me to get any sound I want using cabs and other additional EQs. Brilliant. Anyway, I don't know why there was a load of Soundgarden riffs in this demo. Just was. I don't know whether I'm just feeling the Soundgarden today. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. You owe it to yourselves to go and check out 2-Note's Captor X. It's a game changer. And everyone's saying game changer at the minute. But guys, if you have a decent modeler, you have amps, and you have a Captor X, man, you're done. Aren't we future-proof? That's the big buzzword at the minute, is the model of future-proof. Nothing's future-proof, man, but I tell you what, amps have been around since the 30s, so I think they're pretty time served. And we all know what they sound like. Anyway, guys, see you in the next one. Yeah, go and check out a Captor X, even if it's second-hand eBay. Get yourself on it, get it back on the amps. And see you soon. Take it easy. Peace.